As Federal Reserve policymakers grapple with the monumental task of engineering a soft landing for the U.S. economy, the latest employment data has cast fresh doubts on their ability to thread the needle between curbing inflation and averting a severe downturn. The July jobs report, which fell well short of expectations, has reignited recession fears and roiled global markets. Yet, amid the disconcerting signals, a glimmer of hope emerges from the sanguine assessment of Mary Daly, the president of the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco. In a moderated discussion co-hosted by the Hawaii Executive Collaborative on Monday, Daly struck a cautiously optimistic tone, acknowledging the labor market's deceleration while underscoring its underlying resilience. We have now confirmed that the labor market is slowing, and it is extremely important that we not let it slow so much that it tips itself into a downturn, she declared, deftly capturing the delicate balance the Fed must strike. Her remarks come at a pivotal juncture, as the central bank's efforts to rein in stubbornly high inflation through aggressive interest rate hikes have sparked concerns about overshooting the mark and precipitating an economic contraction. The July jobs report, which showed a mere 187,000 positions added well below the 200,000 forecast, has compounded these anxieties, fueling a global stocks rout and underscoring the mounting challenges facing policymakers. Yet, amid the tumult, Daly's sober assessment offers a counterpoint to the prevailing gloom. While conceding the need for policy adjustments in the coming quarters, she refrained from declaring the labor market in outright distress. We have a reasonably solid labor market, she asserted, drawing solace from the fact that most companies have merely slowed their pace of hiring rather than resorting to outright job cuts. Her nuanced perspective aligns with the broader sentiment among Fed officials, who have cautioned against overreacting to a single employment report, no matter how disconcerting its implications. This measured response echoes the central bank's delicate balancing act, as it seeks to cool inflationary pressures without extinguishing the economic recovery altogether. Daly's optimism, however guarded, stems in part from her conviction that the Fed's communication strategy is yielding tangible results. She cited the recent decline in mortgage rates following the jobs report as evidence that markets are responding appropriately to the central bank's policy signals. The important thing is that the reaction function, how we will balance the two goals we have, is very clear, and interest rates are already adjusting, she remarked, underscoring the Fed's determination to chart a course between its dual mandates of price stability and maximum employment. Her remarks come on the heels of the Federal Open Market Committee's latest policy decision, in which policymakers held interest rates steady at a more than two-decade high but signaled a growing inclination to begin lowering borrowing costs. Fed Chair Jerome Powell's assertion that a rate cut could materialize as soon as the central bank's September meeting has only heightened anticipation of an imminent policy pivot. Indeed, a growing chorus of economists, including those from financial titans like Citigroup Incorporated, J.P. Morgan Chase and Company, and Wells Fargo and Company, now anticipates half-point rate cuts at both the September and November meetings. This bold prognostication underscores the urgency with which the Fed must navigate the treacherous shoals of mounting economic headwinds and lingering price pressures. Yet, as Daly's measured remarks remind us, the path ahead remains shrouded in uncertainty. How much the Fed will have to cut and when, she cautioned, will depend a lot on the incoming information. It is a sobering acknowledgment of the inherent unpredictability that has come to define the current economic landscape, where each fresh data point holds the potential to upend carefully laid plans and force policymakers to recalibrate their approach. In this climate of heightened volatility, Daly's judicious optimism offers a welcome respite from the prevailing doom and gloom. Her conviction that the labor market, while slowing, has not yet fallen off a cliff, serves as a poignant reminder that economic fortunes can pivot on the slenderest of threads. As the nation's financial stewards grapple with the unenviable task of charting a course through these turbulent waters, Daly's sanguine perspective encapsulates the delicate balance they must strike. Neither dismissive of mounting risks nor paralyzed by them, her nuanced assessment underscores the imperative of clear-eyed pragmatism in the face of profound uncertainty. For the millions of ordinary Americans whose livelihoods and financial well-being hinge on the Fed's ability to orchestrate a soft landing, Daly's measured optimism offers a glimmer of reassurance. Yet, her words also serve as a sobering reminder that the path ahead remains treacherous, with success hinging on the central bank's deft maneuvering and the nation's collective resilience in the face of daunting challenges. In this high-stakes game of economic brinkmanship, where the slightest miscalculation could have seismic consequences, Daly's sanguine assessment stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of hope that has long buoyed the American psyche. For in the crucible of adversity, it is this unwavering optimism, tempered by pragmatism and steeled by determination, that may yet guide the nation through the gathering storm and toward the elusive promise of calmer waters.